let's go ahead and get to. I'm excited. May 24th. Do you want to
Oh, yeah.
discuss Anya Taylor-Joy's Furiosa, or you want to talk about Garfield first?
No. Let's move on to the big picture here. Yeah, this is the
Yes.
most visually compelling film of the summer. Of this, there is no doubt. George Miller does not F around. When he makes a film, he goes balls deep. And this movie, it just looks like an eyeball blaster. Your eyeballs are going to explode when you watch this. You're going to need to watch it 2 or 3 times. And I know the first one didn't make a lot of money, even though it should have. But God damn, that film has been on HBO Max. Like, people love watching that Fury Road. And I just hope that this movie opens with what we've seen in the past when a film sort of finds its way, not at the box office, but afterwards, like it used to do when it came out on DVD. And now they come out on streaming and they just play over and over and over. And I feel like that's Fury Road. And so Furiosa will hopefully benefit from that. And everybody will want to go see this. Chris Hemsworth and Anya Taylor-Joy. I know they haven't been huge box office stars, but they are not the stars of this. Anyways, George Miller is the star. The action is the star. This is popcorn filmmaking at its highest point, right? I mean, Furiosa, in my mind, I wish God, it would be so great if it could open at 100 million. I don't think it's possible.
I don't think so either because it's R-rated. We got the word. Yeah. We got the word. It's rated R. Yeah.
Exactly. But if it can just open, like, I believe what the last one opened in the 60s. I believe it opened in the 60s. Something.
Yeah,
like
I didn't see that. I didn't see Fury Road either, but something tells me I have to see it because I hope it's on a big screen again before Furiosa.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Fury Road only opened at 45 million. I was thinking, adjusted for inflation, it almost made 60. So what would be really cool if this thing opened at 60 million? It is over the Memorial Day weekend. It is a holiday weekend. It does have to compete with the Garfield movie. And however, like we said, if Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes just kills it in terms of word of mouth, it's going to still be a major factor over Memorial Day weekend. So Furiosa does have a couple things working against it, but it also has a lot of things working for it. In that
it's got to get the IMAXs too. Don't forget the IMAX and the PLFs is going to be also the draws to these blockbusters this summer.
Absolutely. Fury Road topped out at 369 million worldwide. They need this thing to hit like 500 worldwide. So hopefully the international audience is also on board, because this is sort of an art film, action film, and obviously European audiences, Asian audiences, they appreciate that a little more. We'll see if China's on board for this thing. Maybe it gets a Chinese release. The Middle Kingdom could propel this to new heights as well.
Oh, yeah. All right. But yeah, I'm excited for Furiosa for sure. Garfield, let's little touch base on it. Chris Pratt is the star voicing the iconic mascot of Cat himself. We see him did with Mario last season, made $1 billion. So is he still a draw regardless to like his voicing? Because I know voicing behind stars isn't like idea of like being an actual in person, but this is like a name being recognized. So is it still gonna like propel the star to this weekend?
Yeah, I think they chose the best person they could. If you think of go back to 2004, 2006, that's when Garfield and the sequel opened. They had Bill Murray in the title role, and Bill Murray was a huge draw for that film, in the same way that I think Chris Pratt will be a big draw for this film. This could surprise. This is the one film Sony has that I think, honestly, this film could make over $100 million if it plays its part right, if it's pretty good. This is like the I believe Garfield's a kitten in this one. I don't know if he grows up really fast or how that works, because they did not have a presentation. Sony did not have a presentation at CinemaCon.
Sonyers are being scaredy cats right now. That's for sure.
Exactly. Even though they have 10 films coming out this summer. They have more films than any other studio, but decided to skip CinemaCon for some reason. Anyway, can't harp on them too much. Hey, it's about the films that they put out, and hopefully this has good word of mouth. If it does, like I said, and if does not connect with the audiences, it's the Garfield movie that is going to play for a while, because it will be the only family film until Inside Out 2 opens in mid-June. So that's almost, that's about 3 weeks, 4 weekends of grosses that could propel Garfield to 100 mil.
Oh yeah. I think Garfield is going to win this Memorial weekend for sure. I don't see why not. The Rats are looking for star for cheese, a fresher ideal cheese than If.
Yeah.
And look, Furiosa is going to play like an event, but it's going to be like relying on PLF. So I feel like, yeah, we'll see where this stands. I mean, I'm excited though more than Garfield. I mean, I'm obviously going to see Furiosa more than Garfield, but
yeah.
I'm
But
into Furiosa, and I understand Garfield's kids are gonna just swarm on that cheese and just swallow it up for that weekend.
And that's a good 1-2 punch for Memorial Day. Obviously, like we talked about, there's no Barbenheimer, there's no place where 2 original films are just going to blow up. We got a reboot here, we got a sequel, but it should be a good time for audiences.